from Pocono. NASCAR on Prime, ready to bring it to you. Let's put the green flag in the air and make it happen here in the Pocono Mountains.
Go.
Here we go, 3-ride already. Hocevar down to the inside. Buscher's going to try to stay on the outside of that 77. Behind him, 2-3 wide. Hocevar ducks into third position behind Buscher.
I think Hocevar was the first one off track last Sunday in Mexico City. First out of line today, tight through the tunnel turn.
Back up the corner, offset such as he's doing right here to try to get some clean air underneath that car for the downforce. Then get in the gas maybe sooner than Denny. Start to accelerate down this straightaway. We'll see him getting closer and closer. Here he comes. Does he make a move? Denny's looking in the mirror. Do I need to defend? Look, Denny goes low to defend. Here comes the 17 to the inside.
There goes Chris Buscher looking for room to race. Down low, turn 1. Hamlin led the first 6 laps. He's led here at Pocono in 11 consecutive races, and he stays out front as they make their way down the Long Pond straightaway and head into that tunnel turn.
Buscher just didn't have the confidence to jump the outside there when Denny faded low. Denny's like, all right, man, if you want this, you're going to have to go the highway, the hard way around, if you will. Now, Buscher has to time all of that again. Take this entire lap to maybe put himself back in that position to try to make that pass down in turn 1. May take a few more laps for him to get back to the back bumper of this 11 car. And Denny's hoping that 17 will start to struggle, will start to fade. The balance will go away.
I'm impressed.
So the air pressure has changed so much, it is trying to keep the car on the ground. That has rolled the bottom. You see right here, buildsubmarines.com on board with the 6. He's going to gas up. If he clears the 54, that's a big if. Can't do it. Now, no drafting help. 54 is going to pull back ahead with the tow from the 77 and the 41.
Brad's going to try to keep that side draft alive. He's going to do it.
Brad is rolling early, +6 in the first part of this race.
And he's in a really important position as we're coming around for lap 25. On board with Brad again. Will he make his pass? He will get shut off. What I was getting ready to say is, remember, you want to pit. It's advantageous to pit before the end of the stage. But unlike a road course where everyone can do it, you need to be within about 15 seconds of the leader. So you see on the left side, Nemechek at 10th. Is 14 seconds back as we see Brad pull by. We'll see how many of these drivers decide to pit before the stage ends. They would come in a couple laps. Suarez on pit road already.
Suarez started this race inside the top 10. Good qualifying effort, and now making a scheduled green flag stop, Marty.
What Steve was talking about, Adam, was exactly the conversation between Matt Swiderski, the crew chief, and Daniel Suarez. They were right on the edge of being able to beat the leader out of pit road by making a pit stop here. So pitting probably a little bit earlier than they wanted to, but because of that time difference, they had to come now. So we'll see where Suarez cycles out. He said he just needs more overall grip for fresh Goodyear tires.
Well, I know they thought they were right on the number, and it is going to be close because here comes Denny Hamlin with a full head of speed down at turn 1. The 99, though, beats him onto the track. And just the question is the momentum. I think he's fine, right? I think he's going to stay a second in front of the 11. So great call by the 99 team hitting. Remember, they stayed on the racetrack a couple more laps. They're going to keep losing time because they're back there in traffic. Right, just a bright call on top of that pit box to leave that pit opportunity for the 99 a couple laps earlier than they wanted, but mission accomplished, stayed on the lead lap. Now, next time around with 3 to go, it is going to be busy. Dale, you think this is a pit road entry that's pretty straightforward. Nice flat, you can kind of attack it.
Yeah, there's a really long braking zone, very straight entry. And so drivers get aggressive with that opportunity. We see a lot of drivers lock up tires coming on the pit road, spin out, wreck their cars, or get caught speeding in those first few segments. There's been some challenges this weekend with pit road speed throughout the weekend. The NASCAR's been working on the speed loops. We'll see if anybody gets popped today. Here comes some of the leaders.
Hocevar, Keselowski. Plan stops toward the end of stage 1, Trevor.
Yeah, we've got the 6 of Brad Keselowski coming down. One of the fastest cars in the field the last 10 laps or so. Was able to drive up and do it the hard way. It wasn't on a restart. He passed them all under green and was able to make that speed. You're going to see 4 tires and fuel in this car. Carson Hocevar as well was able to hang on to that 77 and maintain some track position to get these adjustments that are much needed for him.
And remember, you don't see a ton of cars, but that's because you can't. You'll lose a lap like the 99 almost did to Denny Hamlin. I will say, as we see these cars leave pit road, the leaders are going to be on the front stretch kind of at the top of your screen. The 99 did pull out in front of the 11. The problem he has right now is the 11 on old tires is still just faster. He has closed in now. So now Suarez has to drive these last 2 laps for everything it's worth to try to stay in front of the 11. And that's the entry into the playoffs, trying to pad that point gap.
Buscher came into the day at plus 19. Briscoe nearly 40 points above the cut line coming in. They'll take all they can get here. Jones, Zane Smith, Logano, Chase Elliott, Byron, other drivers inside the top 10. How about William Byron? You start in the back after other drivers pit, you stay out. Gonna get a couple of stage points here. On board with driver 24. Comes in with a regular season points lead. Final lap, stage 1. Denny Hamlin, so good at this racetrack, and he's going to lead them all in this first stint of the race. Back to the green and white checker. Despite all of his success, this only the 2nd stage win for Denny here at Pocono. It's the 4th time he's won a stage in 2025. Buscher 2nd, Reddick, Briscoe, Jones complete the top 5.
Took us a little bit to get going with the weather. Well, those first 30 laps didn't take long at all. It went by in a blink.
Pit stops when we come back, and then the cycle prior to stage 2. A little delayed, but